All right, welcome to August 22nd, 2018. So the first thing I want to do is I want to show you guys, we're going to talk about risk management. I consider trading very similar to poker, except there's really no bluffing. You cannot bluff the fucking market. Oops, there's one F word. Maybe we should start counting. Play a game, right? Every time I do an F word, maybe I gotta like donate some money or some shit. Oops, that's another one. But yeah, dude, it's like poker. Why is it like poker? But you cannot bluff the market. You gotta play with good hands. The reason I say it's like poker because you gotta know when to bet, how much to bet. It's just not every single hand is the same amount of betting, like how much money you bet on the table, right? So you have to distinguish: is this pocket twos or is this pocket aces? So in poker, there's a whole sorts of stuff. It's all mathematics. The average player doesn't understand that. It's a lot of math involved. Math meaning if you get pocket aces, your percentages are huge compared to like, 7-2 offsuit or something like that. So if you think that luck overruns everything, yeah, luck overruns. But, at the end of the day, it's probability. You play a million hands, it's going to fall right onto that percentage. And so with that in mind, let's take a look at this cron. Cron. I want to show two charts here. So here's a 10-day chart on cron, and here is today's. So let me show you what I did for cron. So this is my complete trade for cron. Try to make this smaller somehow to fit within this paradigm here. Okay, so cron and cron. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna turn onto the 10-day chart. So when you're trading these guys, it's good to have a bunch of charts open so you can see and draw lines and do what you need to do. I even have like a 1-day chart usually I trade with. So let's put the 1-day chart here. And then you go back to what I did for this. Yep. All right, so we have a bunch of charts here for cron. We have a bunch of charts here for cron. Got the 1-day chart, the 10-day chart, and the 3-day chart, and here is what I did. So I started out with a 10-day chart to see where the lines are. So you notice it's 826. This was a different line before today's happens, but it was around 820s, okay? So I use 820 as the guide. And so same thing here. So if you take a look at here, I started scaling around the 8. This is very small nibbles because it was actually weak. You see this? So in the morning, it started out, it was building a top. So I thought this was the top. See that? It hit here, guys. Let me turn on the there are these lines, vertical. Here it is. There we go. So here around $8, there was a resistance from 830 all the way to 9 to the open, basically. Okay. So resistance all the way to the open. And so that's why you notice I started nibbling around the resistance line. And then, so my average is pretty good. So I thought I nailed it, dude. So it hit exactly what I thought around the 820 line right before it. So I started nibbling. Remember, I don't know because if you can play really safe too, you can put it up here, but unless it goes right there, you're not going to fill. So I remember I broke out my trades on a bunch. I'm scaling, right? So I broke it up on a bunch of different trades. I got a bunch of orders up here too. So I don't know where. So if it sprays all the way up here, I would have a nice average around 815 around here, right? Because I'm spraying, and adding more and more. So I would have around 810 average, you know? So which is pretty close, which is all right. Because I really don't know where the top is. And so when it opened out, it trapped, dude. It tanked. And so I took some off. Notice I took them off, right? So remember, this is called, this is my own term, recycling shares. So that's my technique to put some money in my pocket, but at the same time, holding some for the long term, like a longer ride down, which is I did. Look, so I took some off. Then I realized, hey, it built a resistance. So I added more. So this is like adding to a winner. Exactly what I did. I added to the winner. I took some off, put in my pocket, but then reshorted right back. Some of them, right? And I thought I had it, dude. It nailed here at 760. You see, I took a cover here. I took some covers here. You see that, the green one? So I did lock some in my pocket. But it was not enough, as you can see. If you take a look at this 10-day chart, this is where they faked us, 765. You see, remember we said in the morning 774. If it went under 774, it's going to hit to the next trend line, which is 720. So that was my target, dude. My target was, dude, I'm in the money. I shorted very nicely up here, very nicely over here. I added to the winner. So I shorted a bunch here, added here. So I'm ready to ride down and start covering some at 720, which would have been a very nice winner. But you know what, man? It had a mind of its own. So see what happens here. So dude, it started to stabilize. And I'm like, cool. So I added more. See this resistance line? I add every resistance line, I added a little bit. And so this is one of those plays where this is one that kills people, man, including me. So these kind of grinding plays that the stock is dead. Look at this. It's fucking dead. So you would be loading up on every single bounce. Okay? Thinking it's going to drop down. And then what happens? Dude, they save it. They slowly walk it up. And they make it look like it's about to. Every resistance area, you see that? Every resistance there, they're like, oh, shit, okay. They're trying to trap you. But you don't know it's a trap yet. There's no way you would know. The only way I know is, okay, I went back here. Oh, cool. Because you know what? I wanted to go back here. And then the ultimate here is here. So notice I didn't add anything above here. Because I'm like, dude, they saved it way too much. Way too much. Remember what I said? I always said, you know, like, this is the greed that comes on. Because they're like, oh, damn, I was right. I shorted a bunch here. And then when it hits here, I'm like, dude, I'm so right. I should have freaking like did triple wide. I knew it. I wish it went back up so I could do a redo. And so surely, you know what I did, dude? That stupid ass wish came true and went all the way up. And now I started adding a bunch here. I'm like, cool, man, redo. And this is how you die. So remember I said, like, be careful what you ask for. If they save it too much, dude, if they save it way too much, you're dead. So basically the VWAP was like 791 or something like that. And so they saved it too much, dude. They brought it up where now the shorts are not in control anymore. So be careful what you ask for. So I took the last so notice I started covering here. And what time is that, guys? 10:30. Look at this 10:30 time. 10:30. Remember, I'm sticking to my discipline, guys. So I took some off, so basically I didn't do that much damage. I took some gains here. And so that's why I lost relatively not that much compared to my size. It was not that much. And so I started covering. You see that, guys? That saved me a lot of money, man. I mean, right now it tanked down to 817. Take a look at where 817 is right now. It's still over all my covers. It's like, what the fuck? So I'm praying, I'm adding, I'm losing. I'm like, dude. So if it went back up here, a lot of people covered, man. There's no fucking way you would fucking hell. Unless you had a super good average, there is no way you can hold from 760 all the way to a break of high of day. And that's where they trapped you. So if you did not trade this stock at all today, and you stepped in, and you saw this 840, I nailed it. That's the awesome way to do it. But you know what, man? Most of the trading was done in the morning from 9:30 or pre-market all the way till now. So during that time, they trapped the crap out of you, Ray. So this is why you need that rule, man. That's a bunch of rules I did. There's a max loss rule, which dominates everything. Max loss dominates everything. I cannot afford to lose this much money and ruin my account. So that should be your priority, max loss. So when I entered this trade, it wasn't about the price. Because I knew that, dude, it was a long way. It only had half an hour left. And this thing traded very slowly. You notice this is why this type of stock is a stock that makes people go broke and makes people punch the walls. Because they would cover at 840, dude. They would cover here. If they didn't cover here, they're like, yeah, I'm going to add more. I'm going to add two winners. See, I'm going to add two winner. Next thing what happens? Boom, 818 goes all the way up to 840. So they're dead, dude. There's not many bullets that you can fucking have left if you keep adding and then start hammering more here and then add more. They still saved it. Look at that, dude. 820. And look at the line that's grown across. It's still above my $8 covers. This is where I stopped out. So, I mean, you see what I'm saying? So this thing needs to stay above 815. And it'll keep it bullish. So, I mean, this is a hard stock to play, man. It's so manipulated. And so the only winner you got is you cover here. Unfortunately, it was too early. I should have took more off. It's all hindsight bullshit, but I was kind of greedy, actually. How much did I take off? I took off a third or something. But the key is, do you see how they trap you guys? And this is the typical. This in the past when I was starting out would break me for like a lot of money. Because I'd be max sized out. I'd be like all in, dude. And then when it goes down here, I'm fucking hammering here too. Cause I'm like, it's over. And then next thing you know, dude, it spikes. And I'm like, dude, I'm out. And I'm out at the top, dude. I'm out like at 840. I'm like, because everyone's like 840 because that was the high day from the other day. You know, the 10 day. Look at that. 840. See? You're scared that it breaks yesterday's high. It's going to go up to freaking $9, dude. You see what I'm saying? So they got most people out here, dude, in my opinion. So this is the classic. You gotta be aware of this, dude. A lot of times you're so biased in the stock because, like, how can they save it? How can they fucking save it? It broke every single support. Gave all the confirmation that it's going to go down to the next level. Each bounce, they slow down, they trap. Each bounce, so basically it's manipulated. But, you know, this happens all the time. You can't figure it out. But the thing is, like, the only thing that can save your ass from this is the rules. You basically, like, you cannot keep adding forever. And so the rules I have in place are max loss and the time. Those two, or a max size. Okay. Like some people, like a lot of times it saves me is because I can only borrow or locate X number of shorts. And so so if I can say, let's say they only gave me 5,000 shares of this, I got to be, or actually let's say they only give me 1,000 shares. I have to be very diligent and space out my trades because I only got 1,000 to work with. If I blow it on one shot, I don't have a chance to average. So when they say adding to a loser, in my opinion, adding to a loser would be if you just blindly add with no plan. If you add outside of your plan, that's adding to a loser. If it's in your plan to add and to take that risk, it's not adding to a loser because that's part of my plan. You know, I'm always looking at my PL. So when people say don't look at your PL, dude, I mean, good luck for them. I mean, I look at it because I need to manage my risk and it's like, yeah, if you have a lot of money, don't look at your fucking PL. But, you know, many of us don't have that fortunate, right? So, and so, what was I saying here? I was saying, my plan was this for the stock. It was basically keep trading it, add every single resistance until 1030. That was my plan. But always in the back of my head, the default plan is max size loss, max pain. And so I stuck to my plan. And then it didn't work out, dude. I was down, and take a look. I don't show people this, but this is a tiny loss. It's only, on a 7,000 position, 7,000 share position, it's not that much. $1,000 on a 7,000. I mean, I barely lost, right? I'm more pissed that I fucking didn't cover more at 767. And the reason why it helped me because I covered some at 767. So I locked in like 30 cents on that, right? 20, 30 cents. So, I mean, it cushioned me. But I was really never that down much. And so a lot of the times, like, if you don't know what you're doing, in my opinion, you kept on adding and adding. And now you're stuck, dude. Look at it. It fucking went back to 828, dude. This is when you start. Now I would have been in like a 20,000 position. Okay. And it's very simple to go from a tiny, like 1,000 shares. All of a sudden you add 5 times. Now you got 10,000 shares. And then now you're just stuck, dude. And it's so damn thin during the midday. You see that? It's just fucking, look at the prints. How am I going to cover 20,000 shares of this? Let me read some of these comments. You guys understanding what I'm saying so far, though? I want to pause here quick to make sure that everyone understands my thinking on this. Does it make sense, guys? So I just explained to you a powerful concept about adding to a loser and adding to a winner. Adding to a loser does not mean adding when you're down. It means deviating from your plan. That's my definition, guys. If your plan involves scaling like it does me, because I'm building a position, dude. Because if this works, I would have a great ass average. My average was like 797 or something like that. That's why I'm able to lose very little when I covered at 8 to 810. See what I'm saying? But if it worked out, if this was indeed the top at 1030 and it peaked out, boom, it went back down to 7. Dude, it'd be a fucking nice winner. Can I review the daily chart that gave me this setup? Right here, guys. I posted this chart, pre-market, all that. So I gave the lines. This is the 3-day rule once again. And I looked at it, and pre-market, it was weak. Look at that. It was weak, right? It was kind of like, so the close was 829. This is how I did it, guys. So the close was 829. It gapped down. When it gaps down, it's weak. And so I'm like, dude, first red day in 3 days. Day 3. I am going to find and make and accumulate a position for shorting. Why would you hide size if you can only scare off buyers? I wanted to fill. Why would I want to scare off buyers, dude? I don't want to scare off buyers. This is a day 3. I want to get in. I'm hiding shares. If I review a share, if I put a big offer there, I mean, I'm scared, dude. I want to fill. I want to fill the shorts. Because I'm building my position, dude. I was in the money. This is great. I wanted all this to happen. Everything that happened here was perfect. The only problem is, oh shit, 1030 hit. I'm down on my position. Not much, but I'm still down on my position. The stock walked all the way up. I'm waving the white flag. And sure enough, it's right. I mean, that's you know what? It could have gone down right here, right after I covered, but over time, man, it's like I lost small, so it's okay. I'm not gonna win all the time. You know, it beat me. That's fine. You beat me. It's like playing poker, man. I lose. You know, I'm gonna lose a lot of hands, but the hands I win are big pots, dude. The hands I play poker, I got the nuts. You're not gonna beat me. You see what I'm saying? So I fold these little dinky hands all the time, and $1,000 loss is for me relatively. Right? It's a dinky little trade, which is like covers my locate bill. It's basically my locate bill. So it's my fee for trading because everyone has a different size and stuff. So for me, I would have got a bigger position if it started working, you know, because everything showed me that this should have went down today, dude. It gapped down, it made new lows, it broke the trend line at 774, went to 6. It went to, what the low? 762, man. I covered 767. Right here. I bottom ticked it. But unfortunately, I didn't cover enough. But at least I covered some. right? And so that kind of like made me some money to cushion for all this other crap. And I'm scaling slowly. This is actually half scales because I'm like, dude, it saves too much. I'm gonna wait till the next resistance to add. And so notice I'm adding, but these are like half, so you can't really see the size, but they're tiny, dude. It's just filler trades. Because I'm like, dude, this has to go down. If it doesn't go down, then I'm gonna have to stick and take a loss. So which I did. Okay, let me read some of the questions here. 3-day rule and then short the push on the first gap down. Right, that was all I did. This is a very good example of a trap. So I'm glad, in a way, I'm glad that it happened. Actually, I'm not, but I'm making the most out of it. At least I can show you. But this should have paid us off, bro. This should have paid us off to 750 and then 720. So I had covers from 750 down here, dude. You see this line? So if that had worked, it would have flushed down to this, and I would have covered a bunch here. And then cry when it goes down to here. But the reason I play safe because I mean, dude, that's just my strategy, my style. These guys are going to make $500,000 holding it down, and next week or tomorrow is going to be down here. And that's completely fine. You have to find what's comfortable for you. And for me, I don't like these drawdowns. So I don't do that. I like the money in my pocket. I'm at a position, I'm at a point now, I'm not like, I don't need to build like money. I just need to maintain and provide my lifestyle. Everyone has a different way of doing it. So let me see some of these questions here. Do the lines mean anything? These lines are all auto-generated by Realtek. I've been using this software for like 15 years. So these lines are the trend lines, and they draw these lines. See, every time there's a resistance or support, they draw it. That was a good question. I don't know how they draw it, but they draw automatically. So that's why I keep using this thing. You can do your same. See these triple tops here? They do the line here for me. So you could do it too. You can take it and draw it yourself, these lines. See? 810, 815. See the 815? These grids, you saw that? So you could have drawn it yourself. They just happen to draw it higher, 826 here. I really did research into this, but it could be Fibonacci, but I don't think it's Fibonacci. I don't know. To be honest, I don't know. I've been using this for 15 years and taking it, and it worked for me, so I've never got off of it. Okay, do you think you could have considered yesterday's high as today's support, 740? Yes, that's exactly what it is. So yesterday's high, the highs is come support. But like I said, dude, so yesterday's high was here, dude. Which is way, yeah. That's what it did. Exactly right. It bounced off that. But I thought it was over. I thought it would come down to the 720 line. But you know what? I did take some off. I just didn't take off enough. And then I started scaling back. But I was very smart enough to stop scaling at a certain time. Okay. Can you over exit, scale all in? The strategy is small accounts. Small accounts, this is what you do. You scale less. You are now being more aggressive. So if you want to be in tiny at the open, like here, just tiny. And then don't add, dude. Don't add to a winner. Tiny counts, maybe add one time. You basically scale much less. I can afford to keep scaling 10 times. But maybe for you, 4 max. So whatever the shares is, you split up, man. Let's say you have 1,000 shares to work with. If you want 10 entries, do 100 shares each. That's how you do it. It's the same exact thing. Just do a different number of ratios, right? You have 1,000 shares that you can trade the stock. The problem is a pattern day trader. So if that's the case, then you got pretty much like one bullet. So where would this one bullet be? My one bullet was right over here, dude. My first bullet was here. Fucking covered here, dude. Done for the day. That's my fucking 1,000 shares from $8 down to $770. I'm covering early too. I have one bullet. I'm covering early. Took my $300. $300 on an $8,000 trade is freaking phenomenal for a small account. You do that thing 5 times, 5 days a week. You've already made your most of your account. You see how that's done, guys? So pattern day trader, you got to be even more like a sniper. You got one bullet, one shot, one kill. Like going to war, dude, you got one bullet. You're not going to waste that one bullet, right? So if I was trading this with a small account, dude, I would have made money because I wouldn't take the time to accumulate that I'm doing. So for me, one bullet is not worth it. It's still worth it, but my strategy, this was a good setup, man. I have no problems taking this loss. If I had keep scaling and being stubborn and don't take off, then I would be mad. Then I'd be like pissed because I guarantee you I would have covered here. There's no way I could have held it over here. Because already it's like, this is the second time that it freaking saved itself. So next one, it could have been $9, right? Yeah, any more questions on this? We're going to go to a different stock, different topic. What do you guys think? We good with this cron, guys? You're going to be able to learn everything at once. He's going to... Let me see. Hold on. Give me 1 second. He keeps calling. Okay. We're good, guys, right? We're good on this cron. I think I beat this to a pulp, but this is very good. So you see, this is a very good example. I'm telling you guys, I'm glad this came up actually, because this is a rare. It's not rare, but it happens all the time. But people can't see this. People can't see this, and then when they see it's too late, they're like, "What the fuck happened, dude? I was fucking down. I was up 30 cents on this. Now I'm down $1 on it." And I'm like, dude. You see what I'm saying? So they're so biased, and so these are the rules. I just like, you know what, man? Just fucking second nature. Just make these rules for yourself, and just fucking walk away. And notice I lost very little, man. 7,000 share position. That's losing $1,000. That's like nothing. That's like freaking like I lost like freaking 15 cents or something. You know, I would have lost less if I covered everything at 801. A lot of it was the 815 and 810 covers. Remember that big old guy, 30,000 shares? I had my cover right there if someone hit it. So someone did hit it, but there was still 20,000 shares left. And then someone took a whole block of 20,000 shares at 801. Otherwise, I wouldn't have been down that much at all. I would have been down like a few $100 only. But these are still all rounding errors, right? Okay, you're down position. What you say? You look to time the mental stop to minimize. You're down a position past 1030. In my rule, you just broke your rule, man. If I'm down, actually, if I'm down past 1030 on this stock, remember I told you there was two things I'm going to do. Remember I told you I'm not adding to a loser after 10:30. That should be your fucking rule, dude. Do not add to a loser after 10:30. The second one was, I said, if it broke, as long as it broke 810, I'm holding. I mean, as long as it's under 810, I posted this in the room too. As long as it's under 810, I'm holding. It broke 810, so I got out because there was just too many indicators leading me to think it's going to go up to the next level. The first indicator was it's still strong after 10:30. The second indicator, it broke the 810 resistance line that I gave myself. See, and so when I was like, dude, I'm done, dude. And I was right. It went up to fucking 840, man. 845 actually. You scale your short end to cover at once. So this counts. You cannot scale, I think, in a pattern day trader. I think each trade is considered, each trade is considered, one of the trades that count, I think. So if you do 3 and then 1 sell, that's 4. You should double check, but I think that's how they do it, man. It sucks. It really sucks. I'm not an expert. I don't know this on the pattern day trader. So another thing like that, man, it's like pattern day trader is freaking horrible, man. I've been against this thing for a long time. There's nothing we can do. What you do is this. You could, if you're close, and so if you think you can do it, man, I took a loan out from my house back in the day to get over pattern day trader. That's risky as hell. But you know what, man? You don't have to use and lose all that. Based upon this thing, if you don't feel comfortable, you don't have to lose all $25,000 that you borrowed. mean, the moment you lose 5,000, 10,000, I'm done, dude. So now you only, so you only owe less, but like, and then just stop going out and eat, stop going to the movies. I mean, there's a lot of things you can do. So everyone should go and check out either Momo Traders, the book, or Chat with Traders. I've spoken about this in detail, my whole life and all that. And I took a chance on myself, I'm like, shit. So I took a loan out from my house. Because you know what? So that's a good point for risk. Because so this is how I started, man. I would make money every day. Every day I made money. But it would be small money, right? And then I'm like, dude, I'm good. I don't lose. And then what happens always is this, dude. You win for 10 straight days. And then the next time, the 11th trade, holy fuck. I add more. Holy fuck. What the fuck? Oh, it has to come. Oh, holy fuck. I lost not only 10 days of the gains I made, I lost another 10 days. So basically, I'm like, dude, I'm worse off than I just didn't fucking trade for the last 10 days. So that's the problem you have. If you don't have discipline, if you don't have these fucking rules in place, that's what happens. And so I did that probably 3 or 4 times. I built my account up to big numbers because every time I lost, I'm like, dude, I'm back to basics. I'm back to discipline. I'm like, you dumbass. You're going to stick to the rules. You're going to stick to the rules. And then what happens? 5 days later, I'll bend the little rules a little bit. And then, hey, it's cool. I broke the rule, but I made money. It's all good. And then there's always that one time that basically breaks your whole bankroll, right? That's how it works, bro. You cannot. It's like playing poker, dude. You fucking have this big run, and one dumbass bluff that you make, one fold that you didn't make, your freaking tournament is over. Your bankroll's done. Same thing with trading, man. You have to keep doing the same robotic thing. You cannot break these rules because it's like blackjack, right? Like, do you hit on 16? If you hit on 16, you have to sit on every single time. You can't pick and choose. Well, based upon the cards, of course, what the dealer is showing. But I'm saying, like, you have to keep, or like doubling down. You double down on 11, you have to keep doing it because there's a probability of that. If you deviate from that, it's like you're deviating from your whole strategy and your whole probability. And so I'm telling you, dude, that's the biggest thing I think that so the hardest part, I'm going to tell you the progress right now. The first progress you got to learn is first, learn the terms. Learn what a bid and ask, how to read the level 2, how to read the chart. So once you learn the mechanics, dude, you can learn the mechanics in a year. You look at this, you read it, you be very comfortable. Every fucking day you come here, you look at it. The problem is once you start making money, how much to risk? How much? When do you take the covers? When do you take the losses? When do you sell out? So those, it's like poker, dude. You can learn the rules of poker, but it takes a long time to master how much to bet, and then what to bluff, and what cards are good. So so learning mechanics to me is very easy. Then you get to the psychology, and the hardest part, and this is the last hurdle. There's a bunch of hurdles, but this is the last hurdle before the light switch comes on. Said, oh fuck, I figured it out. The hurdle is how do you overcome making money for 10 straight days and blowing your entire account up? And it all comes with discipline, guys. Fucking discipline. I don't give a I should not give a damn that this stock would tank here if I covered, because my rules are keeping me alive all this time. The moment I deviate from a rule and it worked out, that's called a bad habit. So I deviate from the plan. I make money because I deviate from my plan. So what's going to happen? The next time I'm going to deviate too. Because it worked for me. I deviated 2 times already, and I saved my ass. The 3rd time is the crippler, dude. There's always that one that's a crippler. When you deviate from a plan and you make money, it's not that much money. You just saved yourself from a loss. But you didn't have a home run. You just saved yourself from a loss. But when you deviate from a plan and you lose your entire account, because that mentality of I just want to be even. I just want to be even. So guys, you got to work on discipline. This is why I hammer on being humble. It sucks taking a loss. I'm like, fuck, I got to tell the guys I took a loss. I got to do I have to do a daily recap telling people I took a loss. I mean, it's embarrassing as fuck. But you know what, man? That's human. I mean, I want you guys to learn the right way. So I'm showing you this stuff. I mean, at the end of the day, it's still a tiny loss. But you know what? For me, I'm like, I should not lose. These guys are depending on me. Bow is the legend. He doesn't fucking lose. Guess what, guys? I fucking lose. But as long as I lose less than I make, I'm pretty good. You know? All right. So that's that. Let's take a look at CVSI. And this is, I love Alex to death, but fuck, dude. He's, you see what I'm saying, man? We're all human. I'm not here with Alex to like pump him up, or like when he's wrong, when I'm wrong, I expect you guys to fucking tell me, Bao, you're wrong. You are wrong. And I would take that in consideration to learn. That's the only way you can do it. Remember how many times in chat today I said CVSI is not, it's not a trade. There's tight, remember I used to say there's nothing to trade about. It's just a commission burner. It's going to trap the fuck out of you. There's just no trade. Why are you sizing in when there is no channel? And it's it comes upon, like, Alex is trying really hard, you know, to, it's like, I love Alex, but I gotta be brutally honest. He's a young guy. He's a very successful young guy. And when I was that young, I had huge, massive ego. And I'm always trying to like show off to my mentor or something, you know, to show, and it's completely fine. But the thing is, like, this is why I'm here. So between me and Alex is very aggressive. I'm now an older guy, and I'm mentoring you guys on not only how to trade, how to be a good person, and basically, it's like the Karate Kid, man. You don't believe. Why do you think I keep trying to tell people be humble? If you're not fucking humble, dude, you're gonna take a monster loss. People that are humble, they can like say, "I'm wrong. I'm fucking wrong. I'm not gonna put myself in a bigger sand trap, bigger quicksand, and keep trying to fight my way out to being wrong. I admit I'm wrong. I'm out. I'm done." And that's the way it should be. Alex is going to do another recap, and it's you know, it's awesome because he's going to tell you exactly what he did wrong. Let me see. Let me take a look at the one-day chart. Remember I said, man, there's nothing. It's just fucking, it's just a tight ass. And these, and the time that you can fill is a 10 cents fill at the best. It's just no play. Everyone wants to cherry pick the top and the bottom. For these, there's so much meat. There's so much meat. I'd rather wait until it gives me confirmation. But at the same time, it's just, man, it's just something. Bulletin boards are different beasts. You can't force bulletin boards and expect them to trade like a normal stock. You know, Kron, I already knew it was a manipulated stock because it's a weed company that walked up like this. You know, it's like, this is not a legit company, dude. It's a promotion going on. When there's promotion, there's a guy behind the scenes controlling this thing, laughing his ass off. He's gonna take it where he wants to take it. All right. Alex, I see him doing a Instagram. That's awesome, dude. When he's gonna do that? Let me see. What else did I do? Let me take a look. This kind of stuff, guys, you're not gonna learn in one day. I'm expecting you to learn in one day. But the more you see it, the better. That's why I started posting charts now so that you can see these lines. And so after some point, you can look at this and just mentally draw the line yourself. This is why I like line charts for myself, because it's the most basic. And then you can start adding more indicators if you like. You know, I've been doing this so long, I'm lazy actually. So, I mean, I should be using indicators and shit, but it's like, dude, it worked for me. And unless I'm doing a giant position and swinging it, for me, I really don't need it. It's an intraday trade. I just need to know where my supports are, my resistance are, and look at the tape. But if I'm swinging it, yeah, I should be looking at like all this stuff because I'm willing to hold through ups and downs. For this, I'm not willing to hold through the up and down. I'm just holding until 10:30. But if it makes money, I'll hold more. But there's, so you basically you start with the basics, the fundamentals, and then you add your own indicators that you like that works for you. So that was pretty much it, man. Today was a very slow day. And so remember I warned everybody? I knew shit's like this is going to happen. When it's a slow day, there's nothing else to trade. People are forcing trades, including myself. I'm being creative. I'm fucking making up reasons why I should be in the trade. It's just all bad news, dude. And so I found Cron, and so thank God I didn't tell myself it was it's the 3-day rule. It must die. I'm looking for reasons to fucking trade the stock. So you have to be very careful when there's nothing. Your mind plays tricks with you, man. You're like, I just want to make one trade in. Nah, man. I remember online shopping is cheaper, man. and I was like, to be honest, I'll tell you why I didn't cover more when Cron hit. So let me bring back the chart here, guys. So this is actually truth right here. So when it hit here, I didn't cover more because I was like, dude. Because Alex was like, good job, Bal. Good call, Bal. I was like, yeah, I'm fucking the man. I'm the fucking man. I'm going to make it. It's going to hit 720. And I'm going to be the fucking man. I'm going to fucking cover there. I'm going to make the best fucking daily recap fucking ever. I'm going to fucking show everybody I'm the living legend. And so that's fucking what happened, dude. I got so arrogant. I believed in the thing, and I fucked up my own strategy, man. My strategy would be at least to cover at least half or whatever in each. Remember to cover at each resistance points because I'll never know what happens. This way I'm fucking green, instead of fucking risking it all fucking ego. So that I can make a fucking recap for you guys and show you guys this shit and trade the wrong way. So I got punished in my own karma too. So, I mean, you live and learn. And so, but I came to my senses and I said, hey, man, 10:30, I can't be adding to loser and breaking all my fucking rules and telling all the guys that pay me money to learn from me that they should do this. So I have to practice what I preach. So I thank you guys because I'm practicing what I preach. At least I took some off here, but I should take more. My plan was actually take more because somebody mentioned was correctly exactly right, man. The high from yesterday, whatever was became the support. So that's exactly right. So I did take some off, but then back in my mind, I was like, oh, I want a big score. I want a big score. So I got fucked up, but thank God that I came to my senses and I still stuck the ultimate rule, which is the 10:30 rule. Well, now you guys know the truth, man. Everyone's fucking human, So I got caught into the rah. You're the man. So a lot of times training, guys, you learn this, but being in a vacuum by yourself, it's good. You stick to your own fucking thing and don't get influenced by what people tell you. Awesome, guys. I think that's it. There's really nothing else. Continuation plays. Let me see. What the hell did I trade today? So today's continuation plays. These are the easy ones, man. I should concentrate on this more. It was just didn't give enough thing. So the line was here. I wanted 135. So I had a bunch of orders at 135. It only hit 132, as you saw on Twitter. I posted this, and it tanked. There's nothing I could do. To be honest, man, I had a lot of these fucking winners from the continuation. They're all winners. The only fucking loser was this fucking stock that I got rah into. This was a winner. JMU was a winner. Even though I had tiny, I shorted thing as 177, 160 something. What's another winner here? So I made up for the loser, but I just hate losing in general due to stupidity. I've made money on every fucking stock today except that stock. MYND, I stuck to the plan. I made money on that. Let me show you MYND. It tanked down. I stuck to my plans. Stuck with that. So you see what I'm saying, man? All the ones that was not raw, but I made money on. It's just the raw one that got me. So, and the raw got Alex on CVSI. So it's the same thing. You play right. That's what it is. So, thanks, guys. I'm gonna end this now, and I'll see you guys back in the room. So, keep on trading, and Hey man, every day you guys just learn this every day, and that's all it takes, guys. You can't learn this overnight. So it's through repetition, practice, and discipline, man. Just start meditating. All right, I'm gonna end this now. I'm going to still continue to be in this room to talk. If you guys want to stick around, but and take some more questions, but I'm gonna stop the recording.